Hi guys, Ashley from ashcashbudget here. If you're new to this channel, I am currently following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. I am on baby step number 2, paying off about $42,000 in debt. So if you want to continue to follow me on my journey, click that little red subscribe button down below. I'm so excited. I mean, long time coming, but I have my January 2019 debt snowball update. I do always make sure I at least screenshot the amounts on the day that, I want to compare them. I always do it on the first of the month, even if I don't get to record until this point in time. And of course, I've already messed up on the year, put 2018, I put 18 up here, so I had to write 19 over it. You know how it is. I'm continuously trying to figure out how I want this layout now that I'm down to just the student loans. I think I have a different idea for this section. Now this section down here, the debt graveyard, everything that I paid off prior to just going to my student loans. My student loans was my 7th and a final debt snowball item, and then now I've broken it up into each individual loan so that I can still have those small wins that I had with the rest of the snowball. So down here it has all the other 6 things that I have paid. I didn't really like this version. Somebody else gave me an idea. It was a bit more artistic, which I love being artistic, but I don't want to take too much time to do it. But her idea did spark, she talked about like spider webs coming out and showing the debt items that was there. So I kind of did that where I just said paid in the center, and it's not like a spider web, but it kind of represents, it's kind of splayed out like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm kind of like this more than this one, and more than the first month that I kind of did it. Eventually I'm going to run out of these specific note pages because I'm just using what was in this planner that I got, I think back in like 2008, 2009 or something. This thing is super old. I do have this planner, something that's similar to it, but like I said, it's like 10 years old. So I have something similar to it always linked down below, but I haven't bought anything for this stuff. I think this was a gift when I had gotten it. So eventually I'll run out of this and then have to come up with a different thing to do my debt snowball on. But until then, this is what I have. Like I said, the debt graveyard is down here, and then I have my 7 student loans. And of course, I think it was in November I had paid off my first student loan, and then I have the other 6 student loans. These dates are just a way to identify which one is which, because these are the dates that I took them out on, and that's how they're kind of labeled within the Fed loan website. And after I had paid off my other one, I did kind of notice that the minimums did go up. I don't think that has anything to do with paying one off. I think that has to do with the fact that I'm on a graduated payment plan, which means I signed up for, okay, listen to this, instead of 10 years, because it was like $350 payments, I think, when I first started, and that freaked me out. So I went in and changed it to a 30-year graduated plan, because I figured in 30 years I would be getting paid more, I could afford the higher payments. But it starts out at a much lower payment, and over the 30 years it goes up. And so I think it was just that time of the year for my minimum payments to go up. It happens I don't think it's every year, but maybe every 2 years, the minimum payments go up. So the minimum payments did go up, so I've updated that here. So even though I lost one minimum payment, it's actually more. The minimum payment is more for the 6 that are left, $129.84. So for the time being, I still rounded it up to $130 just because I like even numbers for my minimum payments. So I did make that $130 minimum payment as usual, plus the snowball payments that I made this month. And then the S's and U's are just here to show you subsidized and unsubsidized for anybody that's just curious about that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. Now I paid a pretty hefty amount this month before some medical stuff came about, but it was December and I had already, put it towards it. January is a different month, different budget. So what I was able to do was I was able to put $1,729.17 at this second loan. Now, the $130 minimum payment actually paid off some interest as well as some principal. So that $1,729.17 was actually enough to pay it off in full. So I didn't think I could do it by the end of the year, and I did, guys. I did. In December, I paid off that second loan, and it is so exciting. I really did not think that I was going to do it. I didn't think that that was going to happen for me. So I'm super excited. Now, the beginning of 2019 is a little bit rough, but I paid off that second loan. I'm down to just 5 student loan, guys. 5. And on top of that, I was able to put another $235.95 at the 3rd student loan. So I'm already starting to pay that down. Okay, guys, so I'm still a little bit, like, my throat is a little weird, so if my voice is a little off, sorry about that, but I'm feeling much better now. I did, like I said, I messed up a bit, so I did not add, I have to add the interest in myself. The stuff that has not been accrued since like the last time my bill has paid, I have to add the interest that has built up since then to get the actual numbers. And for some reason, I just forgot when I did all of this, so I had to white out everything. I had gone over everything with you. Now we have already celebrated the fact that I paid that off, and I told you the amounts that I paid on top of the minimum payment. So the total actual amount paid is actually correct. So you did not see me fill that out because I didn't actually fill it out till the end the first time around. But since that's one of the things I didn't have to white out, I'll just go over that with you real quick. The total actual paid, which is this $2,095.12, since December 1st is actually the minimum payment plus the $1,729.17. and the extra $235.95 that I put away towards the 3rd student loan. So that's that payment there. And then the total from March of 2017, when I started this journey, the actual dollar amount that I put towards debt is $21,925.34. So I'll go over with you at the end what the total down is, which means the actual amount that it has really gone down since there is interest payments, and then how much I lost to interest. But let me just update you real quick. I'm going to tell you the actual numbers for real that I kind of messed up on. So I already put all the dollar symbols, so I left those when I whited it out. So let's just go over it. So the 3rd student loan, 7C, since I put $235.95 to it, it is now down to $3,433.66. The 4th one is $3,694.69. Then we have $5,361.27. $5,400.44, and finally $7,012.35. That gives me a grand total for my January Debt Snowball update. This is the numbers from the 1st, guys. I know it's very late, but the total is $24,902.41. I'm under $25,000, which is great. That's so awesome to start 2019. Like, I really am super excited that it's below $25,000 now. It's insane. So now the actual payments, the actual total actual pay that I was talking about, the actual dollar amounts that I put towards it, well, the actual total down from last month, this $26,899.88 to the $24,902.41 is actually only $1,997.47. Wish I could have scraped together just a little bit more. If I knew I was going to be that close to an actual $2,000 down, I might have scraped together a little bit more. That means that I lost to interest $97.65 in this last month, which is pretty on par, and it is much less than I used to pay. If I look back at just last year, a year ago I was losing $246 to interest. It's still not great, you know, I'm still losing $100 to interest, but it's gonna quickly go down the more that I keep knocking these out. So the actual total down ever since I began my journey, instead of the $21,900 something, I've actually only paid down $17,385.88, which means over this whole journey, coming up on almost 2 years, I have lost $4,539.46 to interest. Now within 2 years, it's not going to quite hit $5,000, but it's dang close to $5,000 lost to just interest. I can't even imagine how much I've lost to interest before I started this journey. I just like to put these numbers because I like to see, and it encourages me to continue to get rid of it so I don't lose so much money to interest. But I think I did really good for the end of the year. I'm really proud of myself. I kicked butt. January for my February debt snowball. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to put towards any of this in January. So it's not going to be exciting, but hopefully now I can start working. I know it's so late. I'm so sorry, guys. It's so late, but I need to start working on my 2019 goals and go over my 2018 goals with you, the stuff that I was actually able to accomplish in 2018. I can't wait to like go over the numbers and talk about just how much I have paid off in debt and what kind of goals I achieved. I think I did pretty well for 2018. So that is it, I believe, for my January 2019 debt snowball update. Again, apologies for being super late. I will, of course, put the links up above to subscribe and another video that YouTube will suggest for you guys. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.